Japan hides many dark places, but none like Kiyotaki Tunnel in Kyoto. A tunnel built not just through a mountain, but through the bodies of the dead. During the 1920s, forced laborers were made to dig through solid rock. Many died from exhaustion. Others were sealed inside the walls to keep the project moving. Their screams never escaped, but their spirits did. Drivers who travel this road at night report something strange. Their journey doesn't feel the same every time. Some say the tunnel becomes longer, stretching as if the mountain itself is swallowing them slowly. And if the drive takes too long, a passenger joins in silently. A pale woman appears in the darkness, wearing a shredded white dress, her head tilted unnaturally, as if her neck was crushed by tons of stone. She stands motionless until a car approaches. Then she smiles with a mouth full of broken teeth. People say she slams her bloody hand on the window and stares through the glass, her eyes shaking violently, begging for help or revenge. One driver refused to stop. He tried to speed past her, but when he looked in his rearview mirror, she was sitting in the back seat. His car was later discovered crashed on the side of the road. He was thrown forward. Yet the strangest detail, his seat belt was still on. The investigators ruled it a freak accident. Local painters once tried to measure the tunnel length, to settle the rumors once and for all. But every measurement returned a different result. Some lost minutes of memory inside, like time itself had disappeared. Today, people are warned. Never look in your mirror while in the tunnel. If you see someone in the back seat, don't turn around. Just keep driving. Because if you meet her eyes directly, she'll never let you leave. And if the tunnel suddenly feels longer, prepare for your final passenger. Mirrors are harmless until they show you something you didn't do. A teenage girl in Osaka, named Yui, loved doing makeup every night. She would try new looks in front of her bedroom mirror, long after everyone was asleep. One night, she was applying lipstick. She paused, but in the mirror, she kept moving. Her reflection smiled, a wide, stretched smile, while her real face stayed frozen. Her brain refused to understand. Her reflection tilted its head and whispered something she couldn't hear. Soundless words, but the mouth moved unnaturally fast. She screamed. Her parents rushed in, but to them, the mirror looked normal. No smile, no whispering, no horror. The next night, she covered the mirror with a blanket. In the morning, the blanket was neatly folded beside it. Her reflection was waiting, smiling even wider, lips splitting at the corners, skin tearing like paper. She begged to replace the mirror, but her mother insisted she was just overtired. Yui even filmed herself sleeping. But at 3:11 a.m., the blanket moved on its own, like something underneath was breathing. The camera shook violently, before shutting off. Her parents found her missing a week later. The room was torn apart. Broken glass littered the floor. The mirror was shattered into tiny pieces. Police discovered fingerprints all over the shards, but every single one came from the inside of the glass. Officials call it a missing person case. Locals call it something older, a stolen reflection. And sometimes, her neighbors claim they still hear a girl giggling on the other side of their mirrors. Tokyo never sleeps. But late at night, the dead take the last train home. Meguro Station is known for suicides, but the security staff talk about something different. A woman in a bright red dress, who appears long after the final train is gone. One guard saw her descend the stairs, dragging her hands slowly along the wall, her heels clicking out of rhythm. He called out, no response. She continued, straight into the tunnel. He checked the cameras. There she was, standing inside a train car that didn't exist. A train that wasn't running. Passers-by began reporting sightings. A woman alone in the last carriage, staring blankly, face pale like wax, hair dripping like she had just crawled from water. Some commuters felt her sit beside them, a cold weight pressing the seat down. They said her voice was soft, but sounded like wine through a grave. Do you know what happens if you look directly into her eyes? You don't see your own reflection. You see the place she wants to take you, and the ones who met her gaze were never seen leaving the station. Their IC cards were scanned, yet no cameras ever caught them walking out. Only their phones were found, lying abandoned on the seats. The train lines deny any reports. They don't want panic, but ask any night shift cleaner or veteran security guard. They'll tell you, there is a train that doesn't show up on schedules, a train that only dead passengers board. And if you ever find yourself alone on a last train in Tokyo, don't turn your head. Don't look toward the woman in red. Don't meet those black, empty eyes. Because if she sees you noticing her, your stop won't be in this world.